The 2023-24 A-League men's and women's fixtures have just been released. Here's my thoughts and reaction on the fixtures. First of all, let's have a look at round one, the opening weekend, which for the men's competition, some huge matchups on the opening week. And it starts with a replay of that semi-final, that two-leg semi-final, it was a thrilling tie between Adelaide and Stickus Mariners. So yet another Adelaide Mariners matchup, but I don't mind it. It's becoming a little bit of a rivalry now. We've got Macarthur, Brisbane, CTV Western. Those two teams opened the season last year as well. And then we've got a Big Blue, just like we did last season also. And then on the Sunday there, you can see I've got Wanderers taking on Phoenix and then Perth taking on Jets. So that is our opening round there. And the full fixture, of course, is here as well. We've got the original rivalry on Saturday, the 4th of November, so that'll be round 3. We've got that there. And there you go, first F3 derby this season. It's Newcastle who's hosting it on the 25th of November. Very keen for that one, of course. And that'll be backed up. There you go. What a day that'll be. Saturday, 25th of November, we've got an F3 derby, followed up by a Sydney derby. Dude, I mean, like, I'm kind of, the only reason I'm kind of annoyed is just because, like, it would have been great to get to both games. I'll obviously, being a Mariners fan, be at the F3 derby, but the Sydney derby right after that. What a night that'll be, that's for sure. And then there's some huge fixtures in December, as we can see here. 16th of December now, we've got a Big Blue down there in Melbourne. Scrolling down even further, you can see we've got the Melbourne Derby, the first Melbourne Derby of the season, coming on the 23rd of December, just a couple days before Christmas time. That will be a big occasion, of course, as they always are. And another exciting addition to this new season, as you can see here, Brisbane. They are back at Suncorp Stadium, which is something that a lot of Brisbane Roar fans have been crying out for. It's a stadium that has seen plenty of, history in its time. They've hosted many great grand finals there. There you go, Suncorp Stadium once again. Something interesting I've actually just noticed here, Western United, all their home fixtures, the location is listed as TBC. There was a lot of talk for a while that they would be playing at their new training ground. Potentially that won't be happening this season, unfortunately. I mean, all their home games appeared to be listed as TBC, you can see here. Let's jump into the A-League women's fixture now, and some big matches on that opening weekend. It's an F3 derby to kick it off. Mariners v Jets. Great to have my team, Stickus Mariners, back in the competition. Followed up by a Sydney derby as well. So an exciting opening weekend there. We did, of course, already have those fixtures revealed for us earlier on. When it comes to the Melbourne derby, and this is actually great to see, there's been a lot of double ups, which is good. So there'll be double headers. So you can see here, Saturday, December 23rd, again, that Melbourne derby in the men's competition. Just before that match, there'll be a Melbourne derby in the women's competition, which I just love. I mean, it'll be a huge occasion to get as many fans to those games as possible. It's going to be awesome. So here's an interesting article on the Keep Up website talking about some of the key details from the fixture here. And this is quite an interesting one, and I think a welcome change here. They've mentioned here during the summer period, which is between mid-December and the end of February, there will be no 3 p.m. kickoffs, which is great to see. We did see the season affected last year where a lot of kickoffs had to be pushed back due to just crazy heat. And this makes a lot of sense. This is a logical decision. Interestingly enough as well, this will be something new. They've said here as well, there will also be 5 Thursday night fixtures during mid-December and the end of January, which that's cool, man. I'm down for it. I mean, we'll see if it works. I'm keen for trying new things, and it'll just mean an even bigger week of football. It'll mean we won't have to wait as long through the week for our A-League action. So I like that. I think it's a welcome change, and it's only 5 Thursdays. It's not like it's going to be a permanent thing, but who knows? It might work out. I know they do it a lot in the NRL and the AFL competitions, so who knows? Maybe it's something that we could implement moving forward in the A-Leagues. As we already knew, there will be no pause for the AFC Asian Cup. That'll be quite interesting for a lot of those teams who do have key Socceroos players. We're looking at the likes of, Melbourne City especially. I mean, I understand. I mean, while it would have been good to take a pause for it, to let a lot of those players get away to the Asian Cup, as I explained here, just was going to be too tricky. A lot of midweek fixtures, which I think is a good thing that we're making this decision. I think a couple of years ago when we were going through the pandemic, having those midweek fixtures really sort of halted momentum at times. A lot of those games, the attendances just weren't there for those midweek fixtures at all. And of course, as we know, we'll have 3 teams competing in the Asian competitions this year in Melbourne City, Macarthur and Mariners. The draw will be adjusted as needed if those clubs do proceed to knockout stages. No changes to the broadcast. last here, all Liberty A-League matches will be available on 10 Play and Paramount Plus, whereas for the A-League men's competition, there'll be 2 games on free-to-wear. That is the Saturday night game and the Sunday afternoon game, just like it was last season. Every game pretty much available to watch on Paramount Plus if you're in Australia. Liberty A-League Pass is a great thing to sign up to, great thing to have available. FIFA breaks will be observed by the competitions. And then lastly, down here, you can see here as well, they are saying that the Liberty A-League Women's Grand Final is set to take place on the weekend of May 4th to May 5th. And then the Isuzu Ute Men's Grand Final set to take place on the weekend of 25th or the 26th of May. So we can start penciling our calendars for those big matches come the end of the season. And one little detail here as well, which makes a lot of sense. I mean, now that the women's competition is expanding to 12 teams, the finals format will be just like it is in the men's, where you've got the 6 teams competing, the 2-legged semi-finals, which is, of course, great to see. It is so exciting to finally have the full season fixture available to us, and we can start penciling in those away days into our calendars. Let me know in the comments, what fixture are you most looking forward to? So many juicy ones in those opening couple months. Guys, thanks so much for tuning in. My name's Lockie. This is Coastwood Football. Stay subscribed for more A-Leagues content, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.